Hey, I spent many hours today reading many pages of very dense textbook stuff about research methods. And suffice it to say that I'm really freaking tired, but I did it. So that's a dub. I'm still not done yet with my readings, but I will wrap it up within the next couple days. So all is well. I take off this manicure because although it was so beautiful, it's starting to chip and become irreparable. So I go ahead and do that. I submitted my resignation letter from my current job last week. It's kind of scary. I couldn't press send, so I schedule sent it for like half an hour later. I finished writing it. Yeah, I just had to choose to make a hard decision, had to choose what was best for me. But it's good to practice making these difficult decisions and whatnot. So I'm proud of myself. I do think in this field, behavior analysis, I just, when I become a behavior analyst, I'm probably going to get paid by insurance companies, right? And I don't know about you, but I don't have the highest opinion of insurance companies because they make a lot of their money in very questionable ways in this country. So I have some qualms about that. But then I ask myself, it's like, I already committed. I'm in a master's program. And what I'll do as a behavior analyst is ideally help people, uh, probably mostly on the autism spectrum, develop behaviors that will enable them to live better lives, like more independence and more socially significant behavior. And what that means is basically behavior that will help them in society. And it's like hard to kind of reconcile those two things. I just think about it a lot. Because right now I'm still a behavior therapist, which means basically it just means I don't really make a lot of money and I do the interventions, meaning I provide the therapies and the interventions that the behavior analysts and the supervisors come up with. But what I want to work up to is up to those positions where I'm like developing the plans and all that, yada yada. I get it. Like, I totally get why people don't want to be behavior technicians for very long because it's really draining work. And it's ironic to me because in behavior analysis, we kind of make reinforcement the most important aspect of behavior change. So basically, based off of our based off of the consequences that you get from engaging in something, you'll either engage in it more or less. So an example could be like drinking alcohol, right? If you drink alcohol because all your friends drink alcohol, that's like a socially significant thing that you like to do. You get attention from your friends, you get to spend time with your friends, you feel good, you have sensory things, and you're more likely to participate in that behavior. Now, if you're in a community of people that are all sober and kind of frown upon the use of alcohol, then there aren't going to be these like social reinforcers that are going to make that behavior attractive to you, and therefore you might not find yourself doing it as frequently. So this system of reinforcement is very powerful, and we utilize it to encourage desired behavior to occur. So if we're trying to get a child to say, use the toilet then we do like a first sense statement. Oh, first we're gonna go to the bathroom, and then you can have your most preferred activity, whether that's like, I don't know, a Barbie doll or like favorite TV show or whatever. And we use these to shape behavior. And BTs, behavior therapists like me, um, don't have really high reinforcers for doing our job because we're not paid super well. So there's a notoriously high rate of turnover in this field, especially for people in my position. And it's so ironic because it's like, aren't we like all in the field of behavior analysis? Like, shouldn't we form consequences that'll make retention possible and improve the quality of care? But then we get back to the whole point of like, well, I mean, a lot of these like companies, they prioritize more so like the profit that they get off of these cases that they acquire because insurance companies pay them out. So they kind of keep the profits and don't really pay their behavior therapists. And, they'll just like hire anyone. And it's like this really fucked up system. It makes me like, it's absurd. And really it's not the only way. I've met people that have been behavior therapists for a really long time, but that's not super common. If you get into the field of behavior analysis and you're like, wow, I like this, then really typically the next step is, oh, I'm going to go get my master's so that I don't have to be a behavior therapist forever and, you know, not make a lot and have also like little to no benefits. That's also really common in the field is you only get benefits once you're in a full-time position. Uh, yeah, lots to do, dissect with that. But I think about it often because I'm in it, and also because I like to, kind of align myself with my principles. And I am aligned with my principles in the sense that I'm taking myself in a direction with my work where I'll be helping people in a really meaningful way. Um, but everywhere you look, there are flaws in the system. There are things that could be improved, things that could be better. But I guess by becoming more educated in the field and gaining experience, I might also become a candidate for enacting some sort of change. So I do look forward to that. That's really important to me. I would really really like to find myself in a position where I'm kind of calling the shots. Maybe I have like my own practice or something. I don't know. That'd be really cool. But yeah, I can't stop thinking about it when I do my schoolwork. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's all this gonna come to?